welcome to Meditation App Space. My name is Luna, and tonight I will be sharing with you a restorative nightly stretch. We're going to be meeting for this session. Use your yoga mat, but blend space and just set the mood for the session. So I have here my candles. We're going to get started. It's a session with the intention to release any sort of stress that you might find in your body that you might accumulated throughout the day. I'm going to get started in a comfortable seated position. Just breathing in through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Letting it go. And starting to roll the neck as you open up your eyes to one side. Just finding a moment to dedicate this practice, this nightly stretch, set an intention for it. And all of the energy created throughout this session, send it to that intention. Saying yes with your head. Say no. Very slowly, bring your feet together, start sliding your hands forward, bringing your forehead towards the ground. I'm going to hold it here for a while. Now as you inhale, slide your hands back again closer to your feet and switch the position of your feet. So this time bring the feet that was behind in front, the one that was in front behind. And as you inhale, lengthen through your spine, and as you exhale, forward fold, bring your forehead towards the ground. Slide your hands back again. And this time we're going to go into child's pose. Just bringing your toes together behind your back. And as you exhale, bringing your hips towards your heels and sliding your hands forward. And relaxing your forehead towards the ground. Letting space for your rib cage to expand and your belly to expand as you inhale, for them to contract as you exhale. Now this time, as you inhale, walk your hands towards the right side and bring the left palm of your hand on top of the right one as you bring your forehead towards the ground. Squaring your shoulders, you'll feel the stretch on the left side of your body. Keep breathing into it, noticing any sensation, any tension that you might have or resistance that you might find. Try to let it go through your exhale. Walk your hands towards the left side and bring the palm of the right hand above the left one as you square your shoulders towards the ground. Inhale, walk your hands forward. Now start walking your hand towards your knees. Take a deep inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Let it go. Now this time, bring your hands behind your back. Plug your toes under, and as you inhale, lift your hips up away from the ground as you bring your shoulder blades together. You feel a nice stretch in your quads. Maybe if you want to, there's two options. You can leave your feet, or you can tuck your toes under. Just keep pushing your hips forward as you bring your shoulder blades together, and you feel it on your hamstrings. Feel it on your hip flexors. Keep breathing. Feel it on your quads. And exhale, release. Release your fingers behind your back as you give a nice stretch to your toes there, tucking your toes under. And release your fingers behind your back, and this time bring your hands towards the left side, and I'm just gonna face forward so you can see. So bring your hands behind your back towards your left side and bring your left ear closer to your left shoulder, creating space as you separate away your right ear away from your right shoulder, creating space in your neck. Try to say yes and no as you find a point where there's more resistance, and try to hold it in there. Inhale, come back to center, and out to the other side. Bring your hands towards the right side and shorten the space in between your right ear and your right shoulder, creating space on the left side of your body, the left side of your neck. Just feeling where the resistance is. And just inhale, come back to center. Release your fingers behind your back and just put some pressure, letting your hands just like rest behind your neck, drawing your chest closer towards your chin closer towards your chest. Inhale, release, let go, and now bring the palms of your hands towards the ground, plugging them in, stacking your shoulders right on top of your wrists, and as you inhale, look up into cow pose, and as you exhale, round your spine, look towards your belly, think cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And now move your neck towards one side and to the other side. Just giving some mobility to your spine, to your entire body. Bring the crown of your head towards the ground. Give a massage to the crown of your head towards one side, to the other side. Now, as you inhale, walk your hands forward, bring your hips towards the ground, and we're gonna go kind of fast for a upward facing dog. And as you exhale, either tucking your toes under or rolling through your toes, coming into downward facing dog. Feeling the sensation in the back part of your legs and your hamstrings. Just gonna hold here, downward facing dog. Just gonna go as deep as we can on it. So first thing we're gonna start doing is bending the knees and going a little deeper. So bring the knees close to you. Oh, hi Meg, how are you? Good night. So on the downward facing dog, from your plank pose, lifting your hips up towards the sky, lengthening through the spine. If you cannot reach and your heels are off the ground, that is okay. You can even bend your knees a little bit, but try to keep your back as straight as possible. Keep lengthening through your spine. Now what we're gonna start doing is, as you do this, bending your knees, bring your chest a little bit closer to your knees, and once it's a little bit closer towards your thighs and your knees, try to extend your knees a little bit more, as much as you can. I'm going to hold it there for 5, 4, 3. Notice how your head's closer to the ground. 2, 1. Bend your knees once again. Bring your chest closer towards your thighs and your knees, and extend your knees as much as you can once again. Notice how your head is now a little bit closer to the ground again. Inhale, reach, bringing your knees closer to your chest a little bit more, and again. And one more time. Inhale, bring your knees towards the ground, toes together, and hips towards your heels. Walking your hands forward, releasing any tension you might have on your upper back into child's pose. Noticing the sensations in your body. Inhale, come all the way back up into downward facing dog. And this time lifting the right foot up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. And as you exhale, guide your right knee towards your chest and step the right foot in between your hands. Now bring the left knee towards the ground. As you inhale, lift your chest up into Untitled. Going to give a little bit of stretch there to our hip flexors. And just be conscious and aware that your right knee is stacked right above your right ankle. Bring your hands towards your sacrum and open up your heart space. Look up towards the sky. Keep bringing in your shoulder blades together. And as you exhale, bring the right hand, plug it in towards the ground in front of the left foot. And with your right hand, open up your hips as you push the right knee away from you and look above your right shoulder. And hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Slide the right foot backwards. Plug your toes towards the ground. Lift the knees away of the ground. And inhale, lifting the right leg up towards the sky. And as you exhale, draw the left knee towards your heart space and step the left foot in between your hands. Exhale, release, drop the right knee. And as you inhale, lift your chest up towards the sky, sinking in forward the weight, releasing any tension you might have on your psoas, your hip flexors. And once again, left knee stacked right above the left ankle. Your hand should be on your sacrum, bringing your shoulder blades together and look up towards the sky. Now, as you exhale, plug the palm of the right hand towards the ground. And with the left hand, push the left knee away from you. Look above your left shoulder. Keep breathing in here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Step the left foot backwards. Plug the palm of the left hand towards the ground. Tuck your toes and push the ground away, lifting the knees off the ground into downward facing dog. Notice the sensations and the difference in downward are on this downward facing dog. Just maybe bending one knee and the other knee, releasing any tension you might find in your hamstrings. Bringing the knees back to center. And I start going into Mandukasana, frog pose. So to go into frog pose, actually I'm just going to face forward so you can see. This here. So start opening up your knees. And maybe this is as far as you can go tonight, and that is okay. Try to keep your knees in line with your quads, with your hips. Maybe you can come down all the way to your forearms. And we can go slowly into it. So you don't have to rush all the way down directly into your frog pose. You can work slowly towards it. Maybe you can bring your chest towards the ground. Just releasing any tension as we breathe in here. We're going to hold it for a while. Maybe you can bring your chin to your hands, or if you prefer, your forehead. Just creating like a little pillow with your hands, so stacking one palm of my hand on top of the other. Just gonna hold it here for a bit. There is a lot of tension that we tend to hold on our thighs and emotions. So it is really important to do this type of stretches, especially also at night. I'm more about heart openings in the morning and more about doing stretches like that involve a lot of the hip flexors at night. There's no actually right or wrong time to do them. You can do them whenever you feel like it and be very intuitive. But at night, it's just very helpful and I find it very helpful and relaxing. Just to let go, release any tension that you might have on your thigh. And as you inhale, plug the palms of your hands. And there is no pretty way of coming out of this pose, so however you can, bringing your feet together behind your back. You can come into upward facing dog. And as you exhale, bringing your toes together, back into child's pose, but this time bring your knees together. It's going to go into a different child's pose. So keeping your knees together, bringing your forehead towards the ground, and releasing, bringing your hands behind you, or just dropping any tension that you might have on your shoulders, letting it go. You'll come back up. Walk your hands forward. Tuck your toes under, and as you exhale, downward facing dog, we're going to go into Pigeon's pose, just to finish releasing any tension that you might have. You just take your downward facing dog for another walk. As you exhale, guide your right knee towards your right wrist and your right foot towards your left wrist. And as you inhale, lift your chest up into Pigeon's pose. So keeping a very strong and energetic line throughout your left leg, lifting your chest up, and as you exhale, start walking your hands forward. So maybe this is all the way you can come tonight. Maybe you can come all the way down to your forearms. Keep lengthening through your spine. Maybe you can come all the way down, bring your chest closer towards the ground, forehead to your arms. You'll come back up to center. Walk your hands towards your feet. Tuck your toes, your left toes under. Lift your knee and slide as you tuck your toes under. Lift the left knee up and step the right foot behind you into downward facing dog again. Notice here the difference on one side and the other side. And this time as you exhale, draw the left knee towards your chest and bring the left knee closer towards your left wrist. Left foot closer towards your right wrist and sliding the right foot behind you. Feeling that strong energetic line throughout the right leg, lifting up through your heart space. And as you exhale, start walking your hands forward, lengthening through your spine. And if it is all the way, you can just come towards your forearms here. Just notice how far and how low can you fold here, bringing your forehead closer towards the ground without judging, just noticing. Maybe this is all the way you can come down for tonight, or maybe you can do like that little pillow with your hands and bring your forehead towards your hands. Be very conscious of letting go throughout your exhales. Surrendering to this posture. walk your hands towards your feet. Tuck your toes from your right foot towards the ground, lifting the right knee, sliding the left foot backwards into downward facing dog. Very slowly start walking your feet towards your hands. Bending your knees until you come into a nice comfortable seated position, extending your knees forward. Now as you inhale, just lengthening through your spine, flexing your feet. Inhale, lift your arms up, and as you exhale, forward fold. So either catching right below your knees or above your knees, or maybe towards your ankles, or maybe all the way down towards your feet. What's important is for your back to for you to be lengthening through your spine. If you have a strap or something, your prop that you use, so you want to use for today, that's okay. And if not, it is also okay. Try to keep lengthening through your spine as much as you can. So don't think of bringing your forehead towards your knees, but round your spine. But rather, think about lengthening and first bringing together your belly towards your quads. Keep flexing your feet. Looking up, and we're going to hold it here for a while and be working all the way down as much as we can go with our back straight as possible. So take a deep inhale. Release. Inhale, come all the way up. Bend your knees, slide your hips closer towards your feet and start coming all the way down towards your back. Bring your knees close towards your chest and hug them. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Let it go. Now start doing little circles with your knees towards one side. And to the other side. Extend your knees into a 90-degree angles, and once again, little circles towards one side. Just feeling that little massage on your sacrum, lower back, and to the other side. Bend your knees again. Bring your arms in line with your shoulders, and as you exhale, drop your knees towards the right side and look above your left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center, and as you exhale towards the other side. come back to center. Bring your hands towards your arch of your feet, bringing your knees closer towards the ground, rooting in your sacrum as well. Into Happy Baby and Andabalasana. And for the last posture we're going to do before we go into Shavasana, do not look to the sides, just try to keep facing forward, facing up towards the sky, and listen to my voice. Or if you want to watch right now how it goes, go ahead and do it, and then you do it on your own. I'll give you some time for you to enter into the posture and hold it there. So you're going to bring your hands right next towards your hips, lift your hips up and your legs, and from there start, bring your feet behind your back. Interlacing your fingers behind your back, hiding the shoulders behind your back. Just going to hold it here for a couple of breaths. So optional heel here to keep with your knees straight. Another option is to bring your knees towards your ears and cover them. Inhale up and very slowly start coming down all the way towards the ground, vertebrae for vertebrae. Last thing that comes towards the ground is your feet. Opening up, mat width apart, and windshield wipe your knees towards one side and to the other side. Extend your knees, move forward, bring your hands towards your belly. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Let it go. Bring your hands to face ceiling. Let the tongue float inside your mouth. Relax the skin in your face, in your forehead. Notice sensations on your physical body. Try to melting towards your mat, just being there in stillness, in silence. Being a net spectator of your thoughts, your emotions. and stay here as much time as you like, making this practice your own. Remaining in Shavasana, in this stillness, this meditative state of mind, or you can follow along with me and very slowly start wiggling your toes, your fingers, your wrists, your ankles, your arms, your legs. And bring your arms above your head and stretch all the way from the tip of your toes or your fingertips. And bring the knees close to your heart space and let yourself sink in towards either the left or your right side. It's being very intuitive with what your body is asking for you to do. And very slowly start coming up to a comfortable seated position, keeping your eyes closed. Bringing your knees, your hands towards your knees. Noticing the sensations in your physical body, your breath. Observing if something changed from when you first stepped into the mat up until this moment. Without judging, just noticing it. And just feeling gratitude for being here. Perhaps giving yourself this space disconnect and reconnect to your true essence, dedicating these minutes to your well-being and your mental health. Feeling gratitude for having your body, celebrating it for all the things that it allows you to do. Having so much gratitude and love for yourself and for your being. And bring the palms of your hands to meet above your head. Bring them towards your third eye, and towards your lips, and towards your heart space. The love and light in me recognizes and sees the love and light in you. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you so much for have joined me tonight into this nightly stretch. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you have a very restorative and restful sleep. And see you next time. Until then, namaste. Good night.